Hi, students, and welcome to today's lesson. I'm Mr. Hunter. Today, we will complete our conceptual checkpoint. Are you ready? Grab your pencil and your conceptual checkpoint, and let's go. Welcome back. We have found out a lot about Circe, but I still wonder, how has Circe's land changed? Look how big the island was when it first formed. Now notice how much smaller the island is now. In this lesson, we will observe changes to Circe's land over time. Then we will use our observations to complete the conceptual checkpoint. I made 4 charts to help us answer the question, how has Circe's land changed? The charts compare Circe's features of shape, size, elevation, and components of spit at different times. We will look at one chart at a time. Then we will write one observation about each feature. Let's get started. Let's look at the first part of question 1. We will start by looking at just the shape of Circe Island from 1967 and 2004. This picture is of Circe from 1967. And this picture is of Circe from 2004. Observe Circe's shape in each picture. What do you notice? Write one observation about Circe's shape. Now, let's look at the second part of question 1. We will now observe the chart that compares Circe's size. Look carefully at the size of Circe in 1967. Then, look carefully at the size of Circe in 2004. Write one observation about Circe's size. Let's move on to the third part of question 1, where we will observe Circe's elevation. Look at Circe's elevation in 1967. And then look at Circe's elevation in 2014. Write one observation about Circe's elevation. Now we will observe the last feature of Circe, the components of the spit. The components of the spit were mostly sand and no boulders in 1990. The components of the spit were little sand and mostly smooth boulders in 2016. Write one observation about the components of Circe's spit. Let's observe the diagram of Circe. Look carefully at the island's spit. Imagine you are standing in this exact place. What do you hear and feel? Let's watch this video of a reporter and a group of researchers trying to land their boat on the shoreline of Circe's spit. Keep this video in mind as we look closely at the 3 pictures on the diagram of Circe.
In spite of the sunshine and blue sky, there is strong wind in the forecast for the afternoon. This could mean we are not able to get back by boat. Therefore, Hilmar speeds up a bit, so we have at least 2 to 3 hours to look around the island. After about half an hour, we are almost there. This is a first for Tortoise. Up to now, she always came by helicopter. Now we have to find the little patch of sand we saw from the airplane. It doesn't look very inviting. Maybe there is a better spot. But after a few meters, there is already the cliff again. Hilmar doesn't look too happy, but eventually he decides on a little sand patch as a good spot to land. There is no mooring place for the big boat. We have to be taken to shore in a small boat. This means don't hesitate, just jump. It all looks quite easy, but being in the little boat, we realize that the waves are much higher than we expected. While we get our gear together to finally get onto the island, the surf becomes a lot stronger. And behind us, we can hear a wave.
Let's watch one more video to hear what scientists have to say about the changing land of Surtsey.
The dip of Surtsey is changing all the time. It's never the same. For 20, 30 years ago, we had this lovely sandy beach, but now it's very rocky and with big boulders of lava that has been breaking down on the south coast and transported along the west coast and to this dip where it is settled down. That also protects the islands from people going offshore.
After a bit of a rough landing, Surtsey greets us with a breathtaking view to the Westman Islands and Eyjafjallajökull.
Now, let's look at question 2. Observe the pictures. These 3 pictures are from the diagram of Surtsey. You will observe each picture one at a time. Observe this picture of a sandstorm on Astrabunki in 1985. What do you notice about this picture? Now observe this picture of rain gullies on Surtsey in 2004. What do you notice about this picture? Finally, observe this picture of waves crashing on the Spit in 2003. What do you notice about this picture? Read the claims. Mark an X next to each claim that evidence in the pictures supports. Claim A. Wind moves land from one place to another on Surtsey. Claim B. Plants are causing Surtsey to change shape. Claim C. Water changes the shape of Surtsey. You may place an X by more than one claim, as long as evidence from a picture supports the claim. Question 3. Choose one of the claims you marked. Mark an X next to its name below. Choose 2 observations you wrote about the features of Surtsey. Explain why each observation supports the claim. Remember to review the observations of Surtsey's features you made earlier to support your claim. Thanks for joining me on today's journey as we worked on the conceptual checkpoint. Your task for today is to complete Lesson 13A, Conceptual Checkpoint. I'll see you next time.